Hi, I hope you're having a great day. So I want to talk about the Election Commission hack and how that's relevant to your small business, because it's a bit like cybersecurity is a bit like a very slow car crash at the moment. I see it as a huge risk, but a lot of business owners, they don't understand the risk. They're not mitigating or managing the risk. So let's figure that out, because it's not complicated or difficult. But the problem is, a lot of people think it's a technical issue. It's not. It's a management issue that you need to address. So what happened? Some hackers got into the Electoral Commission system. They were there for about 9 months. They exfiltrated, stole all of the data for maybe 40 million people in the UK. So they've now got their names, address, etc. And they're going, no, it's not really a problem. Yes, it is, because all the information can be consolidated together using AI now. And artificial intelligence will be able to use lots of different sources of information to attack people, because they're going to know your name, address, date of birth, who all your friends are, who your work colleagues are. So that information is very valuable to hackers, because they can exploit it to hack you. Now, we can't do anything about it now, but what we can do is prevent it happening to your business. And you go, but I'm not a little company, whatever, I'm an accountancy firm, there's only 5 of us. But that doesn't mean that it couldn't bankrupt your business. So there's a few things we need to do. First of all, we need to get cyber insurance. And cyber insurance will have a demand of list of things you need to have, technical things. But what we really want to do is we want to work out what the risks are and how to mitigate them. You remember this thing about there's the known knowns, the known unknowns, and the unknown unknowns. So let me tell you that this was entirely 100% preventable had they met their Cyber Essentials minimum requirements. And by the way, Cyber Essentials is the absolute bare minimum your business should meet. It's a tick. Well, they were obviously got the audited Cyber Essentials Plus, which they didn't pass, but you can just work through the questions. You don't need to pay the £500. It's the bare minimum that every business should have met. Okay, insurance, make sure they meet the minimum requirements. That's great, Dave. But what do we actually need to do? Well, from a technical point of view, you need to analyse where the risk is coming from. But what you really need to do is, when your IT person's saying, hey, we need to do this, is help them get these things over the line. So, for example, I've spoken to clients that don't have multi-factor authentication with number matching enabled on their system still. There's a project we finished for all our customers 3-4 years ago now. It was quite time consuming, but we got it over the line. And the problem is that technical people will just kind of fold if you push too hard. And actually, as a leader, your job is to say, well, what do we need to do here? What can we do that's not expensive, that's not going to add lots of costs, that will improve our cybersecurity posture? Now, they should have had endpoint management. I talked before about baseline configuration management. These are 2 things. So when we deploy something, it's set up in a particular way that's the same for everyone. That massively reduces the chance of a security risk. Secondly, we monitor and maintain systems. They clearly weren't patching and updating the systems. These tools to do this are a few pounds a user a month. It's not expensive. So there's no excuse for not buying the systems, other than the management team didn't see the risk, they weren't mitigating the risk. And the problem is, for you as a business leader, you need to understand that the cost of recovery is hundreds of thousands of pounds. So you kind of, say you've got 5 years of accountancy firm, yeah? Do you want to spend 5, 10, £50 a month at most securing these systems, or do you want to deal with the emotional turmoil of dealing with a cybersecurity breach, which puts your business at massive risk, and it may not be recoverable? So don't imagine for 1 minute this isn't a risk that you can mitigate and manage, get insurance, work through the list, get things moving, and prioritize things so you're fixing the stuff that has the most impact for the least amount of money. Because after all, there's a lot of things we can do that cost nothing. It's the same like if you leave your house at night, leave a light on, and then you're less likely to be burgled. It's not complicated or difficult, really, it isn't. It just seems that way sometimes. So I hope that's helpful. Let me know what you think in the comments, and thanks for watching.